congregational care minister at Brentwood Baptist Church. These are unique days. Right now, there's a lot of uncertainty about the future, and there's a lot of disappointment. And I want to suggest to you that uncertainty and disappointment can lead to both anxiety and depression. There are a few things that we can do to help to ameliorate some of the anxiety and depression that some of you might be feeling. I want to suggest 6 simple ideas that you can implement in your individual personal life. The first idea is keep a schedule. We do know that our psyche does best with routine. A schedule can be a very helpful tool in dealing with anxiety. You've heard of the circadian rhythm for sleep. Well, that really applies to all of our life. We do best when we're on a certain schedule where we get up at a certain time, we go to bed at a certain time, we have meals around certain times. Vacations can be a wonderful time when we are not on routine, but that's only for a short time. So to get through this semester with less anxiety, my first suggestion is develop a clear schedule and keep to your routine. Second idea would be gratitude. Think about it this way. Anxiety focuses on what you don't have. Gratitude focuses on what you do have. So the more we can find ways to build gratitude in our lives, the less anxiety we will have. 2 suggestions here. One is, if you don't already do it, start a gratitude journal. Keep a list of all the things that you are grateful for. I'm going to guess you're going to be surprised how many things are going to be on your list. Second thing I would suggest is the last thing you do as you go to bed at night, as you're going to sleep, go through your gratitude list. What's the last thing that most of us think about as we're going to sleep? We think about all the things we didn't get done today. We think about all the things we have to do tomorrow. And the next thing you know, you're feeling anxious. So let me suggest that the last thing you do before sleep is that you go through all the things that you're grateful for. Research has shown that a listing of gratitude before sleep helps you go to sleep faster and sleep better. Gratitude. A third idea would be mindfulness. Mindfulness is simply a way of bringing your mind back to the immediate present. If you think about what happens to most of us, we let our minds jump into the future. When we jump into the future, that's where most of our anxiety is. Jesus said, pray like this: give us today our daily bread. So the question I would ask you, do you have what you need right now? Now, if you're like me, I can say yes, but, and then I begin to think of all the things that I don't have. So instead of doing that, simply focus on right now. Mindfulness brings you back to the moment. Simply do this. Take 2 deep breaths. In and out. And once you've breathed, then begin to go through, what am I feeling? My emotions. What am I sensing in my body? And what am I thinking? And then go back to your activities. But every once in a while during the day, when you're feeling anxious, just practice that simple mindfulness too. 2 deep breaths. What am I feeling? Emotions. What am I sensing in my body? And what am I thinking? Mindfulness. Another idea would be exercise. Now, I know that most of you don't have time to get to the gym every day, and that's okay. But we do know that when we exercise, when we move our bodies, there are 2 brain hormones that get activated. Norepinephrine, that's a mood manager, similar to serotonin, and dopamine, that's your feel-good hormone. If you can find some time every day to exercise, it can be as simple as walk around the block. My family has a schedule where we try at 4 o'clock in the afternoon to walk the neighborhood. Just get your steps in, 7,000, 8,000 steps. You will find yourself feeling better. In fact, my guess is if you've ever done any exercise, you know when you finish, you just have a boost of a better enthusiasm, a little more energy than you ordinarily have. Exercise is an antidote to depression. Another idea you might consider is look at how you are thinking about the future. We refer to this as prospecting the future. There's a brand new area of psychology known as prospective psychology. It looks at the way that people think about their future. if you have a negative story about your future, this is all going to turn out bad, I'm never going to finish this degree, I'm just not a good person, then more than likely it's going to lead to some form of depression. So what you have to do is listen to the stories that you're telling yourself and begin to develop a more positive future. So don't allow yourself to spiral into the negative future outcomes. Instead, stop that way of thinking and give yourself a better future ending. The reality is we don't know what the future is going to look like. It's just as easy to imagine a good outcome as it is a bad outcome. Now, most of us have a negativity bias. We tend to think the worst. So catch yourself when you're thinking the worst and simply give yourself a different story. That's what we call prospective future thinking. And then the last idea is develop and maintain daily spiritual disciplines, prayer, Bible study, spiritual reading, spiritual journaling. These are the kinds of things can make a difference in the way that you see your day, that you go about your day. If you don't have spiritual disciplines, begin to develop some. Spiritual disciplines have come down through the centuries. This is not something that's new. This has been tested through the centuries, and we know it does make a difference in how you think and how you feel. I do sympathize with you right now. These are difficult days. There's still a lot of uncertainty. We don't know how any of this is going to end, but you are back in school. I wish you well. Try these 6 principles and see if they can't make a difference. I'm Ken Core. Hope you have a great day.